juggernaut!
Today, we are taking a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Kid Omega, part of the X-Men Chod Field-A-Figure wave. He comes in the standard Hasbro Marvel Legends windowless box. Here we can see a product render, the logo X-Men from the 90s, and another product render on the back, and art by Joshua Casara from X-Force number 17. Taking a closer look at Kid Omega, we can see that he has photoreal eyes, but his eyes is just too small for you to see. In terms of his sidekick glasses, it doesn't feel right in terms of how they distribute the color pink. I'm not also a fan of how this light pink finish that you can see from his hair and his costume is. It's usually like a stronger pink, or actually almost reddish pink in the comic books. The first appearance of this costume is in X-Force number 17 by Joshua Casara. Surprisingly, I have this issue. So Jumbo Carnation designed Kid Omega a new costume because he doesn't have a unique costume. Funny is the Cable costume over there, and he also tried the glove and the Corsair type of costume, but it came down to this very unique look. From the back, you can see the Marvel Legends Hasbro team did a good job in terms of painting the lines continuously. It's not just a blank or plain black um, plastic from the back, and when he crunches, those lines continue, so there's continuity. There's no breaking in terms of in between the upper torso and lower torso. He has double jointed finless elbows and knees. He comes with a pair of closed fist hands for punching, I guess. In terms of his alternate hands, he comes with a pair of holding hands. Take note, they're only holding hands, probably for swords, but not for his other accessory, which is a gun. He barely holds the gun firmly because there's no trigger finger that can actually attach to the trigger of the gun. I don't understand why it was designed this way. He should have come with a pair of hands that can actually grip the gun properly. I try my best to make it look upright or in the proper position. This is the best that I can do. You can see here Deadpool, who always comes with trigger finger hands. He holds this gun firmly and nicely. In contrast, we have Corsair, who can't seem to hold his sword properly but holds this gun perfectly well, while Kid Omega can hold a sword properly because that's what that hand is for. In the comments below, do you know where this gun actually is based from? I checked the pages of X-Force. Kid Omega is able to make a psychic knife. This one I got from X-Force Psylocke. The closest wherein I saw a similar weapon is in X-Force number 27, wherein he has some kind of psychic saw which he can hold nicely in his hands. Next, a cool weapon that he did is a psychic juggernaut, which looks awesome in the panels of this comic book. He can do psychic motorcycle or a psychic tank, which is impossible for Hasbro to give us in a action figure form, but they can do a psychic guitar. The figure stands 15.25 centimeters or 6 inch tall. According to Marvel.com, Kid Omega is 5 feet 8 inches tall, making this figure perfect in terms of 1/12 scale size. Here he is besides other 6-inch figures. We have Miles, Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Omega Red. Next we have, beside females, Spider-Gwen, Jubilee, Kate, and Spinneret. Next we have him besides Marvel Now Uncanny X-Men. We have Emma Frost, the Stepford Cuckoos, and Magic. Next we have with the astonishing X-Men team, the White Queen, Cyclops, Wolverine, and Shadowcat. Next with the modern X-Force team, Domino, Wolverine, Black Tom, and Omega Red. Here he is besides Marvel Legends, Apocalypse, and the Build-A-Figure Juggernaut. Next up, we have him besides 7-inch scale figures, Marvel Select, Apocalypse, and Juggernaut. Next, besides 7-inch scale Marvel Select Colossus and Sabretooth. Next, we have him besides the other figures of the Chod Build-A-Figure wave. My final thoughts. In terms of the costume selection, this is the most unique costume that Kid Omega has. So I understand why Hasbro has chosen to make this figure in this costume, because his other costumes are just like a plain uniform, his Generation X costume. In terms of accessories, it's interesting how the hands that he comes with is not able to hold the weapon that he is given. In terms of the photoreal eyes, it's not that noticeable because of how small his eyes are. Hasbro has been doing great, especially with the HasLab project wherein they're talking about how they're making better eye sculpts or making the eyes more realistic. In this way, Kid Omega has the least noticeable improvement in terms of photoreal eyes versus other figures like Corsair or Fan. Should you buy this figure? If you're a fan of the 90s X-Men, you won't even have a clue who this guy is and you can just simply ignore and pass this figure. But if you like to collect mutants and you want to eventually complete the modern X-Force team, then this is one figure that you should get. Thank you for watching. If you are in Australia, please visit our online shop. Thank you to Rambling Rob for my intro. Thank you to Slide Effects for the psychic effects. Thank you for Payaso Diorama for our diorama right here. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and ring the notification bell.